Hi guys, it's Andy from Aussie Beer and Smoke. It's actually the first video going up on the channel, so I just want to get a few things out of the way. First one being the cropping on the video is horrible, so I apologise about that, although it probably saves you 7 minutes of looking at this ugly mug, so maybe it's a good thing for you. The other thing is just touching on how I sort of brew, so pretty much solely brew extract. It's just, for me, it's ideal. Like today, for example, I finished work, went to the brew shop, got home, made the batch, recorded the video, and have edited it by 8 o'clock at night. So that's just perfect for me. That's exactly what I need. I don't have the time really to be doing all grain and whatnot. I don't have the skill to probably do it at the moment anyway. So there's that. Liquid yeast was the first time I actually used it. Seemed to work fine, so we'll see how it actually goes. Didn't seem like there was any drama to it. Just pour it in, just like you would with your normal yeast anyway. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how the brew turns out. Couple of weeks in the fermenter. I bottle all my beers, so I put it in the bottle for a week or two, and we'll try it. So like I said, I went with the IPA. Went off IPAs for quite a while. No real reason, just got onto other beers. Went to Vegas with a few mates, tried the Nevada IPA and loved it, so sort of been wanting to make one since then. It's the first chance I've got. I'm sort of on schedule. I've got about 8 or so bottles left of my current batch, which was an Australian bitter, which was really heavily hopped. I used about 100 grams in a hop tea while I made it, and then another 100 grams of Cascade dry hopped. So it's perfect for me. I haven't really found anyone yet that can drink it because it's too hoppy for them, but for me that's perfect. So looking forward to seeing how this IPA turns out. Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see some more. I'm planning on doing a weekly Homebrew Wednesday series. I'd love to know things you want to see. I'll be recording all of my brews and just making a Cooper's India Pale Ale. This is an extract. Just thought I'd take you through what I'm doing, how I do the extract brews. I do a lot of extract. It's just easier for me. I don't have the time at the moment for things like all grain. Even for a partial mash, I don't have any time. I've got my sanitizer mixed up, ready to go. We've got a pot on the boil. Got my dry malt extract, liquid malt extract, hops, yeast. I'm using a liquid yeast. I'm using a White Labs WLP 001. First time using an actual liquid yeast, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so basically I'm going to sanitise my equipment now. Look, for all you guys, obviously, that are already home brewers, you know sanitising and obviously how important it is. But for the newer guys, look, it's very important to do it. Get a sanitiser. I prefer the no rinse. So I've got myself it's a phosphoric sanitizer. It lasts forever. It costs about $20. 1.5 mils per litre of water. It's a no rinse foam. So I'm going to pour it in my fermenter and I'll have my brewing spoon in there, my can opener in there, my scissors in there. Anything that's going to touch anything that's going to go near your beer needs to be sanitised. It might be a pain, but it's more of a pain when your beer gets funky and infected. So I'm going to get onto that now. All my equipment sanitised. My fermenter's over there. I always sanitise a plate when I sanitise. Just something to sit the scissors and the can opener with a spoon, something for them to sit on while I'm not using them, rather than putting them down on a bench that's not sanitised. Maybe overkill, but like I said, better safe than sorry. My can of IPA is in the sink in warm water, just to soften it up. Gets out of the can a lot easier. Otherwise, it's like a syrup in there, and it's just impossible to get out. So yeah, the pot's pretty much boiling. I'll set the camera over here and we'll mix. Okay, so as you can see, the water's boiling. There's about 3 litres in there. There's no set figure that there's got to be in there. Essentially just enough so that we can mix all our ingredients in there. There's no the exact measurement. I use 3 litres just because I did. So let's pour the dry malt extract in. So get my spoon, let's get that stirring. You essentially just want to stir it just until all the lumps are out. It doesn't take very long. If I was doing this in my fermenter in a different method, I would pour it into boiling water and mix it around in the fermenter just by swirling the fermenter around. It's a much better way to ensure you don't get any lumps, but as you can see, this has been seconds and it's already clear. So I'll get this boiling and come back to you when we're starting the hot break. Okay, so we've pretty much got through the hot break now. Pretty easy one this time, which is good. I'm just adding 2 ounces, which is about 50 grams of Galaxy hops. I'm adding pellets. There's a lot of talk whether you muslin bag, just drop them in. I personally just drop them in. I don't think there's any real issue in just dropping them in. That's how I do it. You do it however you like. There's no right or wrong really. Just knock the heat down a little bit. Give that a stir. It's going to set the timer. For about 3 minutes with the heat, and then I'll drop it down and I'll let it sit for a few minutes, just while it's staying hot. So I just want to sort of get that moving and wait for it to break again. So I'll come back to you then. Okay guys, as you can see, that's pretty calm now. It's been going for about 3 minutes, so I'm not going to turn the heat off. I'm just going to leave it another 3 to 5 minutes, just for it to cool a little bit, get the steam down, and then I'll transfer it to my fermenter and we'll go from there. Okay, as you can see, we've now added our wort to the fermenter. I'm going to add the Cooper's can. I'm just going to dump the can open in the sanitizer again for a second. I strongly suggest once you've soaked this in warm water to remove the paper labelling. For whatever reason, Coopers have changed to a paper label as opposed to a printed, and inevitably you'll get some paper in your wort. Sit here and pour this in and then come back. Okay, so that's nice and mixed. Just take you over so you can have a better look at it. Everything's mixed in. It's quite warm. So what I'm doing next is to fill it up. I make 20 litres. Most recipes will say 23. I go to 20. I prefer the taste at 20. What I will say is I do use spring water. I don't use tap water. Now the reason for that, there's nothing, I'm sure Sydney water's fine. I live in Sydney. I know that's safe. I don't know tap water's safe. So for me, the extra $3 or whatever it's cost is well worth spending to not ruin the beer. So I'll add that up to the 20 litre mark and we'll come back when I pitch the yeast. It's sitting around 24 degrees, which I'm okay with. I'm just going to add my yeast. As I said, I'm using a liquid yeast. I've never actually used one before. So let's see how this goes. When, from what I've been instructed, it's a simple case of you pour it in and you set. So let's get that in. It's sort of like a creamy, almost like a fudge. Let's just get as much of that in as we can. Obviously this package internally I'm sure is sanitised, but I'm not going to dip it in just in case. give that a stir. Just get a bit of air in there and get that yeast moving. I'm using the newer Cooper's kit, fermenter, so there's no airlock. We've just got our sanitised lid, and on it goes. There's a couple of clips for the lid, I'm not really bothered by it. I'll now take that down to where it's going to ferment for the next few weeks. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.